I buried something in the woods as a teenager, and I think someone found it. I was 17, reckless and invincible, or so I thought back then. It was the summer before my senior year, and I was hanging out with a group of friends who liked to push boundaries. We weren't necessarily bad kids, but we had a knack for making bad choices. That's how I ended up driving out to the woods at midnight, holding something I shouldn't have had, and doing something I've regretted ever since. I can still hear the crunch of gravel under the tires and the distant hum of crickets as we stopped the car deep in the forest. The air was thick with humidity, and the smell of wet earth clung to my clothes. My heart was pounding in my chest, but I pretended to be calm. It was my idea, after all. "We'll just bury it," I'd said, like it was the most obvious solution in the world. No one will ever find it. The thing we buried, no, I can't say what it was. I don't even know why we had it in the first place. All I know is that it was dangerous, illegal, and something none of us were supposed to have. There were 4 of us that night, but when it came time to dig the hole, the others conveniently stepped back. I was the one who took the shovel and started breaking the ground, sweat pouring down my face as the soil gave way. We made a pact, of course. No one was ever to speak of it again. We filled the hole, covered it with leaves and sticks, and left the woods without looking back. For years, I convinced myself it was over. The secret stayed buried, literally, and I moved on with my life, until last week. I was scrolling through a local news site when I saw the headline, "Mysterious Object Found in Woods by Hikers." My stomach dropped. I clicked on the article, my hands shaking as I read the details. It was vague, of course. They didn't describe what had been found, only that authorities were investigating. But the location matched. The woods. The same section where we'd buried it. Panic set in immediately. I could barely sleep that night, replaying every moment of that summer over and over in my head. What if they uncover the truth? What if they trace it back to me? I was a kid when it happened, sure, but that doesn't mean I'm off the hook. And what about the others? We haven't spoken in years, but if they get questioned, will they keep quiet? Or will they throw me under the bus to save themselves? It feels like the walls are closing in. Every time my phone buzzes, I half expect it to be the police calling to bring me in for questioning. I've thought about confessing, but what would I even say? "Hi, I buried something in the woods a decade ago, and I think you found it?" That's practically asking to be arrested. I've tried to convince myself that it could be a coincidence, that what they found has nothing to do with me, but deep down, I know better. It's only a matter of time before the secret comes out, and I'll go down with it.